Welcome to the Made It Past Midnight podcast, where real talk meets self-care. It's time for some late night laughs and convos with Tiffany.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Made It Past Midnight. I am your host, Tiffany, and of course, my badass co-host, Tim, is in the house. Not necessarily. Thanks for jumping on to Zoom to do this. Sometimes we just can't make it in person.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking Boise Music Fest, and we got the pleasure to go VIP right of the stage and see a magnificent lineup. So Tim has a lineup,
Okay.
yeah?
I do. Yeah. So the lineup, the early was MKTO. They went on. Actually, Julia Cole went on first as far as the main lineup goes. Julia Cole went on first, MKTO, and then Bot Cash, and then Eve Six went on after them. Everclear, Sean Paul, Marshmello. So we got there we definitely missed Julia Cole, which is kind of weird because I think we both kind of discussed earlier before the festival that we wanted to see her because she's kind of like an up and coming country artist. But we were at my house hanging out, eating crackers and
Eating crackers and pre-funking with wine. Or I was, you were not.
yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of glad we went when we did, but we did get there because it was raining, I think, when she was on. So it worked out good. Even though it rained a few times while we were there, but we got there during MKTO's performance, who I have no idea what kind of music they are.
They're like a
to be
pop
honest.
boy band from LA. Meh, not my cup of tea. But can you imagine if that bad storm we had the day before happened on the day of the show? I think that would be the first Boise Music Fest ever that would be canceled.
Yeah, or like postpone at least. Yeah, that storm was, I mean, next level insane. I mean, what it did to my garden, I'll never forgive it.
Your poor flowers. They're ruined.
It's been 2 weeks now almost since that storm. So like I've just been every night tending to my garden.
You're so gay.
I know. I know. I never thought I'd be one of them gay people that like loves a garden, but here I am.
Somehow my tomatoes survived in my garden. I don't know how.
Yeah, my neighbors did too. She was worried. Her cucumbers, I think, were destroyed. The weather was ideal for me because I hate the heat. So yeah, and I was like dreading that day because like every year leading up to Boise Music Fest, it's always like 105. And then the day of the festival, it's like 108 or some bullshit or 110. So like we lucked out with like the 60s and cloudy and cool and breezy. It's like, Jesus, could have not have asked for a better day.
Yeah, we had the VIP treatment with the cooling section, except without the cooling section. Didn't need it.
Yeah, I'm curious now, like what the cooling section is like during a normal festival. Like, do they actually have like misters and air conditioners like they say they do? Or like...
They do. I guess we'll just have to find out another year. But yeah, I forgot my jacket, and so we actually had to go back to your house, get our jackets. But the irony of all that is I think when we got back, just in time for the ending of Eve 6, I don't think I wore my jacket once, so not really sure why we got it.
Yeah, I went and grabbed a hoodie too, and I didn't even wear it.
What did you think of Eve 6 when we arrived to the festival grounds?
Like, I was excited to see Eve 6 because I've always wanted to see them since the 90s. But yeah, it was a letdown. From what we heard, I mean, they could have we did miss a good portion of the show. Like I said before, he sounded like a generic Sum 41 wannabe Blink 182.
Do not put him in the same category as Blink 182.
I said a generic. There's no way he could ever sound like Blink 182. But yeah, I don't know. It was disappointing. Yeah.
I was thoroughly shocked by Eve 6. I know we went during the last song, we got back there, but I don't know how that voice put on a good show with any song. So I don't know. It just felt like a karaoke singer up there, and it did not sound great. So, but let's talk about why we're there. Everclear. How do you feel about Everclear? I personally loved it so much.
Yeah, Everclear is definitely. I've always wanted to see Everclear, even though like he's the only original member, the lead singer. But I don't know. They still put on a great show, and he sounded fantastic for 64 years old.
I
So
That's crazy. I did not know he was that old. But he has a really good stage presence too. He was just a fun time, fun vibe. Sound just like the albums. Yeah, great, talented. Loved Everclear.
yeah, and that clip that you tagged me in when we after we went, you know what show that's from, right? It's from that show Tires. Okay. All right, yeah, cause like when I was watching it, I was like, okay, I love that this clip has gone viral the way it has. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, I was thoroughly pleased. I mean, we were supposed to go see them last September when they came through here, but it didn't work out. So I'm glad we got to see them because they were fantastic.
No, it's so funny too, and I've discussed this with you. We both really liked Everclear, but if someone were to put like a drone or a video on our facial expressions and our body language during the show, it probably looked like we were bored, depressed. I don't know. I think it's because it's so nostalgic and we're in our own brain and taking back to that moment that we're just like, ah, that there's not much. It doesn't look like much is going on in both of our brains. We're just kind of like, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know me when I go to concerts, I'm the same. I'm the same everywhere. Every time I go, I just kind of stand there and watch. You know, there's been several shows, of course, where I've gotten a little bit shit crazy, but like, I don't know. As I move on into middle age, I'm a little bit more calm at shows. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like you have to like jump and scream and all that shit to actually enjoy to show that you're enjoying it. Like, um, I mean, it was very nostalgic. I mean, they've been around forever, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, for sure. But I also think it's the environment and who you're watching at the show as well. Like Everclear, we're not going to sit there and like crowd surf and drop it low and grind on people. It's just weird, right? But actually, I wouldn't do that. I don't think in general. But when like Sean Paul came on after Everclear, I started moving, I started grooving, I started dancing, and those hips don't lie, Timothy. I saw you moving and grooving too to Sean Paul. So I just think it depends on the environment and who's playing as well.
Like like moving a little bit, and I thought to myself, I don't want her to see me like dancing because
What? Why?
like I don't get it. Like I actually like to dance. It's just when I'm like in public, I just yeah, I'm so inhibited with so many things when it comes to being in public. So, but Sean Paul was fantastic, like incredible show by Sean Paul, which makes me happy. Like he sounds exactly the same. Another one who sounds great live, um, sounds exactly as he has, even though most of us have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
Him and
Um,
his like thick Jamaican accent and Jamaican style.
Jamaican, yeah, not Puerto Rican.
I'm sorry, geography and nationalities are not my strong suit. Okay.
I, but yeah, I'm very like I was when I saw Everclear and him on the on the whatever you want to call it, the scheduled. That's when I was like, oh yeah, this is one I actually would really like to go to because I used to work in a music store back when Sean Paul first came out, and we played Sean Paul into the ground. Like it just transports you back to that time, kind of like when we listen to Everclear. It takes you right back to the '90s. Um, so yeah.
Honestly, Sean Paul, I think impressed me the most, him and Marshmello, and we'll get into that. But I am so shocked for Sean Paul, how long he's been around, how old he is. He is still dropping new albums. He's dropping music videos. He is not stopping, and he has a huge following still, and tons of people are in love with them. He is not stopping on making that money and touring, and it's just incredible to me how good he is at the stage present. His music sounds, again, another one, just like the albums that are dropped. He has the best stage presence. He still looks even cute. Again, new album just got released. Videos are constantly being made. He's touring the world. He hasn't stopped. That is mind blowing to me. And I wish more people knew that. Like, it's
Which
incredible.
I wish he got the notoriety that he had back in the day because like even today I feel like he deserves it because I mean he makes good shit, he makes good music, he makes good party music.
Well, and yeah, look who he was competing with. What, it was like early 2000s that Sean Paul came out. So who was big around then? Jay-Z, Eminem, Nelly, like, you know what I mean? And so I think he was just Like he had some big songs, Temperature and things like that, but I think he was really overlooked a lot because of a lot of other big artists that were big around that time.
You don't really hear too many rappers coming out of Jamaica. So I think that was also against him, and it's still against him. Uh,
Right. But let's talk about the final act, Marshmallow. Okay, this is why I love concerts because originally we actually kind of went there for Sean Paul and Everclear. We're like, that's why we're going. Super pumped to see those two acts. But I have to say, not knowing, I knew about Marshmallow, but not too much, and I didn't really listen to them. But I have to say, I left being a Marshmallow head.
but that's what I mean. That's who I went for because, like I told you before, like I didn't know shit about Marshmallow. After the show, of course, I looked up all kinds of shit about him, but um, and like I told you before, like as a gay guy, it's kind of fucked up that I didn't know anything by him because as gays we're supposed to know all kinds of dance and trance and EDM and all that bullshit, but I don't know, not in my 20s anymore. We don't listen to that.
Your gay card's about to get stripped. You're conservative and you don't listen to Marshmallow. What the fuck? No, but on a serious note, Marshmallow's found an amazing loophole as a DJ. Usually, when you think of a DJ, you think of like club music, adult music, Vegas, bump and grinding kind of thing, right? But he found a loophole where it's like it has the laser effects, the smoke, right? The whole atmosphere of a club DJ environment, but he's playing family friendly music. I mean, he's playing like music like Queen, Katy Perry, Madonna. There was country music, there was his own songs. And they're so pure because they have no swear words. They're not about bumping and grinding. And he even created his own songs that are on like kids' commercials or movies or cartoons. So it's actually pretty brilliant. And then, not to mention, he has the marshmallow hat that, of course, appeases to the children as well. So it's quite interesting with kids on top of parents' shoulders, raging. It was just like, interesting, but it was still very wholesome. No swear words. I don't know. It's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant if you ask me. So I'm a fan. I'm a big
And
fan.
then I mean when we were there and I saw more little kids at his show than I think I've seen at any show, and like I've been to hundreds and hundreds of concerts. Because as you know, I worked in a music store for years and we got free tickets to everything. So like, of course, I've been to, most of my shows aren't really geared towards kids, but then again, like the dance, trance, EDM, whatever the hell you want to call him, like that's not really geared toward kids. So it was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of refreshing to see and kind of cool because I mean, those little kids were like tearing it up.
It was honestly one of the cutest and coolest things I've ever seen. Seeing all the kids on the shoulders with their marshmallow hats and just raging and going hard until like 10:30 p.m. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. My son would have turned into Satan. That's why he wasn't there.
I was just looking at some of the videos from his show on my phone and like just watching the little kids like dancing and throwing their arms all over the place. I was like, these little kids are gonna be fun as fuck when they get older. Like if they're having this much fun now, like imagine what they're gonna be like in 15 years. They're gonna be out of control.
I
So
actually feel like this is the perfect time to put these on right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but like you said, it's a good thing on his part because I mean it's kind of a brilliant business move. Because all the other popular DJs out there, I mean, of course, like kids know them, but like teenagers, like, 14, 15-year-old kid, not these little ass kids that we saw at Marshmallow, like, that are like 5 years old, you know what I mean? So I think it's awesome. I mean, more power to him. I mean, I mean, he's already huge as it is, but I see him being much bigger in the years to come if he keeps up at the rate he's going at. So
Didn't you say you looked him up and he was in the top 5 DJs in the whole world?
yeah, like Steve Aoki and David Guetta and I think Marshmallow was number five. I can't remember who three and four was. Steve Aoki, I think, is the biggest, and David Guetta was second. Like all the facts I read about Marshmallow after the show, like I was kind of expecting him to be closer to, or maybe in the top three. I mean, who knows? What do I know? I mean, I didn't even know who he was, so we'll see what happens.
All I know is I'm a fan. I'm a marshmallow head or whatever the kids are calling it. Is that what it's called?
You're a mellow or whatever they call themselves now. Yeah, something like that. I thought I saw something online where they called themselves mellows.
Yeah, fuck the Swifties. It's all about the mellows. The mellows now are what's cool. Watch. Now all the Swifties are gonna come at us.
Oh no, you can say that. I don't even want like the Swifties. It's just so cringe to me. I can't stand it.
Did you see that wedding of hers with Kelsey recently?
Yeah. Okay, so my mom and I were talking about that. Like they decide to get married in New York City on one of the busiest weekends in the entire year, and end in a city. Like, could you be more selfish? Those two are nauseating. Sorry, we won't go off on like uh Travis and
Yeah, I read somewhere that they literally staged their wedding in the middle of New York. Like they staged a castle like setting. They can afford to go get married in the castle in like Ireland or Italy or something, but they like brought the castle to New York City. The most biggest celebrities were there. There's QR codes. I mean, it's very markety, like publicity stunt, even their wedding. It's weird. I don't, ugh.
I still think it is. I still think it is. And they're saying that they're going to release a documentary about it. Like, what the fuck? Like, who cares? Like, they're going to release a documentary about the wedding and leading up to the wedding, and then they're going to release an actual wedding video. It's like, again, partnership.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine you and I had a Swiftie concert? Like our vibe, we would be so annoyed by the people in the audience. I can only imagine what the type of audience there is and the amount of screaming and girlyism.
Okay, so years ago, I saw NSYNC in concert when they were huge, right? And the whole time, it was all these little girls screaming their face off. I can still hear the screams when I think about the show. I'm not even kidding. Like it was nonstop from beginning to end, nonstop screaming. I mean, it was insane. That's exactly how a Taylor Swift show would be.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done talking about her. Speaking of crowds, let's talk about your background. I freaking love that you take photos of crowds at concerts, and I love that photo that you're using for your background right now. Amazing.
Okay, as you know, like I'm a huge person on crowds. Even though like I'm not like a lunatic when I'm in the crowd, like I do like the bigger the crowd the better because it's just so exciting to me, like, and to hear them like cheering and going crazy and all that shit, like I just love it. So like one of the biggest crowds I've ever been to was Garth Brooks, and U2 and several others. But like yeah, like I read online that they estimated that by the time Marshmello went on, it could have been close to 80,000. I don't know if that's true. Um, but I would say maybe close to 50, 45 maybe for this show. I mean, I'm glad we did get there when we did because I mean, probably the lines to get in are insane, but I don't know. We used that side entrance, so we were good. I wish you were allowed to bring like your professional cameras in there because I would have spent so much time trying to get shots of everything I possibly could, especially the crowd because like I love it.
Yeah, next time we'll definitely have to remember to get a media pass. So usually when you have a company, and we can write it off, I think too, with the company, but we can put it under the podcast. It's an official LLC, and we can collect a media pass, and then that way you can bring any professional photography videos. We can use it on the podcast, things like that. I don't know why we didn't think of that this time around, but yeah, definitely next time.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, then we won't forget that.
And so our next show together is going to be at the same location at the Boise Fairgrounds and another 90s nostalgic band, Third Eye Blind. I am so excited for that show.
Yeah. Yeah, Third Eye Blind will probably be if I was going to be here next week, I don't know if he'd be going with me, but Max, I'm going to say his last name wrong, McNown, I think is how you pronounce it. He's performing at the Botanical Gardens, and so is Alabama Shakes, which I've never really been a big fan of Alabama Shakes, but the girl can sing. And I'm just shocked that they're actually coming here. But I really wanted to see Max. And of course, he's performing like 2 days after I leave for New York. So once again, I'm going to be missing him. So I'm going to try to go to a show or two when I'm in New York. Ella Langley is playing like 5 minutes from my mom's house. And I'm fucking dying to see Ella Langley. I'm going to try my hardest, though, to get tickets to that one when I'm there.
Well, I cannot wait to hear all about your concert adventures in New York. And I can't wait for Third Eye Blind with you.
I know. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. That's another band I've always wanted to see and I never saw when I was younger. So,
well, thank you so much for hopping onto Zoom with me tonight, Tim, and discussing the Boise Music Fest. I really appreciate you despite all the tech issues we had before this and despite my bad sunglass style choice. Oof.
They look fantastic on you, girl.
Thanks, girl. And we are now officially marshmallow heads. Or wait, what are they called again?
A mellow. A mellow?
Oh, yes, a
Yeah.
mellow.
I mean, we sound so old right now. I could totally be wrong, but like I saw something on like TikTok or something like that, and people were referring to themselves as mellows. So it is.
Well, I like head, the marshmallow head, so I'm gonna call it mellow head. I'm a mellow head now. What?
I
What
don't
is
know,
so funny?
but just the way you were like, I like head.
Oh my god. I did not.
Girl, we all like head. Shit.
All right, we'll end
For
there.
real.
Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode with your host, Tiffany, and co-host, Tim, and listening to our adventures of Boise Music Fest. Now, remember, Made It Past Midnight is on weekly now, every Friday on YouTube, Amazon, Apple, and Spotify. Have a great night, and check out madeitpastmidnight.com. Bye, guys.
This is a multivitamin. This is a protein bar. And that greens are something you actually eat. We believe that plant-based means more plants, that meat should be meat, and that food should be real. That's why Primal Kitchen condiments, sauces, and dressings aren't just made from real food. They're made for real food. Primal Kitchen, made for real food.
Use code Tiffany10 for 10% off at Primal Kitchen Foods.